Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Victoria. If you are new, we are in the middle of 31 days of Halloween, and today I wanted to do a siren slash dark mermaid look. I did a mermaid look the last time I did 31 days of Halloween, but this time we definitely wanted to take it up a notch and do a siren, deep sea siren makeup look. So I think it'll be good. All right, so let's get started. Okay, so first things first, I'm gonna glue down my eyebrows so we can block them. Before I cover my eyebrows though, we're gonna apply some scar wax and try to create like the gills, or like the, I don't know, not really fins, but like I guess the gills. So first things first, I'm gonna glue down my eyebrows. I'm gonna of course use spirit gum. I think I'm gonna go for like a no eyebrow look for this one. You can definitely use your eyebrows if you want eyebrows for your look. I'm going for a little bit of a creepier look, so I'm gonna get rid of my eyebrows. Okay, so my spoolie had some makeup still on it, and I haven't gotten a chance to get the disposable ones, but it's fine since we're gonna be covering our eyebrows with makeup anyways. I'm gonna add one more layer in case that makeup, that cream makeup, kind of affects the spirit gum. It shouldn't, but just in case, we want our eyebrows as slicked down as possible. Okay, so we're gonna try to make the little fin things here. I wanna do like maybe 3 on each side. So I have this scar wax here. I just got this off of Amazon. If you can get the Ben Nye one, this is just, I don't know, one that I just found that it was very inexpensive. I don't know how well it's gonna work. Hopefully it works good, or works well enough, I should say. Now I do want something for it to stick to my face. It will stick to my face without anything, but I just want a little something extra, so I'm gonna use spirit gum. I also have Vaseline so it doesn't stick to my fingers, and I cannot find the spatula that it came with, so I'm going to use like the ends of my tweezers, and I also have like this plastic spatula, so hopefully that works also. I'm going to put some Vaseline on the end of the ends of my tweezers so the wax doesn't stick to the tweezers, and I'm going to put a little bit of spirit gum on my face. Here are the tops of my cheekbone. I'm gonna cover a pretty big area because we are gonna spread it. I'm going to scoop some scar wax out. Put a little bit of Vaseline on my fingers. Now I'm gonna mold it. And I'm just gonna kind of flatten it out. And I'm gonna take it onto my face. Taking some more Vaseline on my fingers so I can try to form. I'm pressing it down into my skin to get like a nice blend. I'm gonna use the back of these tweezers to start to make the shape. It really helps if you keep applying that Vaseline to whatever tool you're using, including your hands. I'm gonna take some off right here. I want them to look really prominent, so really cut it underneath that. You can see it's like off my face, which is what we want. And I feel like that's looking pretty good. Smoothing out the edges. That scar wax. This is like a smaller one. We're gonna do a longer one here, and then maybe another smaller one underneath. Missed that a little bit. I want it to be a little bit more protruding like that. Okay, now we're gonna pretty much just keep doing this 5 more times. Applying the spirit gum. I'm grabbing more scar wax than I did last time because it's a bigger area. I haven't used scar wax in the longest time, so I'm kind of relearning that there is a learning curve to this. You think you have enough Vaseline on your fingers, and then you realize that's just not true. As soon as the wax starts sticking to your fingers, it can be very, very frustrating, especially if the wax is very soft, like this one. It also helps to have like some paper towels or Kleenex to wipe excess wax off of your tools, your fingers. So much wild hair that just loves to just get everywhere. Trying to curve this one onto like my cheek. If you can get your hands on some prosthetic like latex gills, that I'm sure that'll be a lot easier to apply. I just happen to have scar wax on hand. It is a little bit more time consuming, but it is a good way to get this look. Prosthetics can be a little bit pricey too, so It's definitely a more economical route. Okay, so this one's done. I did pause and I had to redo it. It just like was not working out. I think I used too much Vaseline maybe, I don't know, but wiped it off, redid it, and I actually got it done in like 2 minutes. So sometimes you just need to start over and that's okay. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest and then we'll move on to face paint. Okay, so both sides are done. They're not super symmetrical, but they're symmetrical enough. Okay, now before I go in with our base, our cream paint, I'm going to prep my face with the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray and the Milk Makeup Pore Eclipse mattifying primer in my T-zone. I like to apply some of this under my eyes as well. And I'm going to set my eyebrows with a little bit of this Maron setting powder. Dust a little bit of this over the scar wax as well, but I'm going to be very, very gentle with it. Okay, I'm going to be using this paint set that I got from Amazon. I'm going to be mostly using this like blue-green here, this lighter blue-green, or like bluish one here, and then black, and then also some of the white, also maybe a little bit of this green. So I'm going to start with this one here, this like teal color, and I'm going to focus this on the perimeter of my face and areas I may want to like contour. I'm going to use this on my brows as well. We're going to take some black in those same areas, but a little bit less. Don't want the same amount of black, just a little bit. Now going with this lighter blue-green, like aqua color. Adding some of that dark green, that's in those same areas. I'm going to blend all this and then we'll add some white to highlight. Okay, now we're going to start blending. This is not the color like that I'm shooting for, so we're going to definitely be adding some more paint, trying to get that color that I'm wanting. This is actually pretty close to what I'm looking for. I'm not touching the gills just yet because I don't want to mess them up. I'm gonna go in with a smaller brush to paint those. I'm looking a little like the earth right now. Okay, so I'm gonna take a little bit of black and this silver down here in the center. Just a little bit of black, silver. And we're gonna take some white also. Let's add in some more of that dark blue teal. Alright, we need some more black. Take the black to really contour the nose. I'm gonna really darken this eyebrow area with the black also. We're gonna start to get underneath these gills, these like big gills. Okay, now let's add a little bit more silver to highlight. And blend. These face paints are really good, by the way, if you're in the market for some good face paints. I'm usually a Maron girly, but they're a little bit pricey and I can't afford to get all the fun cream colors, so these actually work really well in the meantime. They're so affordable and they're really good. I need to kind of take my nail and start to smooth out some of that scar wax as it's starting to get a little clumpy underneath this paint. A lot of excess scar wax to get rid of. Let's be a little bit more specific with our highlight now. I'm gonna just take white instead of silver. Do a little on the sides of the nose. Do some underneath the brow. So I'm gonna use a brush to start blending this out. Keep settling a little bit more in its place. Now I'll go back in with a sponge. This is definitely going to be a trust the process type deal here. Before I forget, we need to blend out that black underneath the scar wax. Okay, we're looking very like light ocean. I want to look more dark ocean, if that makes sense. We're looking like Fiji. I want to look like the depths of the ocean. But instead of going too dark, I am gonna just add more like of a dark blue. So I'm gonna take the true blue in here with a little bit of black, and we're just going to take that kind of all over, just like tiny amounts, just to kind of change the color slightly. I think that is definitely more of what I'm going for. I should probably not have added the green to begin with, or like that aqua color. I think that's kind of what happened. What made it the color that I didn't like. Gonna add even more of this mixture right underneath this last gill. I'm getting a little like Avatar right now. More of that blue on the perimeter of the face, that blue-black blend. Okay, now we're gonna paint the gills. I'm gonna take the teal shade with black. I'm gonna need to go in with a smaller brush. So taking that teal first, blending it into my face. I'm using an angled brush to really get to the little crevices. We're gonna lighten them up and have some definition to them, but I'm just kind of covering them for now. Okay, now we're gonna take some silver and we're gonna define the edges. Kind of taking that silver in between also, just lightly, and then blending it in a nice sheen to that darker area. Okay, so both sides are pretty much done for the gills. We'll do a little bit more shading perhaps after I set everything. Okay, now before we move on, I want to set my face. I will be using that same Maron setting powder that I used for my brows. So doing one more little blend before. Starting with my under eyes. In other words, I want to define my nose, so I'm going to do that with the powder. Okay, I kind of defined everything with this powder. Oh my god, it looks so crazy. Okay, so now I'm going to take the Huda Beauty Sugar Cookie setting powder, and I'm going to dust away this powder with this powder and get everything that I haven't gotten yet. That Maron setting powder is seriously no joke. Again, this is a trust the process look. At this point, I'm needing to trust the process because I'm looking crazy. Okay, it's taking a while for that powder to like settle, but it will. So for now, I'm just gonna focus on the eyes. I'm gonna prime with the Milk Hydro Grip Eye Primer. My finger. I want to start with this blue in the ColourPop Aurora Struck palette. Is the shade Orca. At least I think that is the shade. I did drop my palette and the pans, some of the pans fell out and got mixed up. So I think that is the shade Orca. I'm taking that in the socket, the crease, a little bit higher than the crease, up to my brow and onto my brow. Here, we're gonna take it on the outer corner. Also, kind of start to create like a V shape here. Start to take that on the nose, onto the bridge, and to contour the nose. No, we look crazy. I know it. Just gonna keep going. Okay, ignore the sparkle in my eye. I thought I wanted to do a cut crease. I don't. Okay, now I'm gonna take this About Face Matte Fluid Eye Paint in the shade Art of Darkness, which is the black. And we're gonna take this here and in the crease and blend that out, following that wing shape. Now on this little empty space, I want to use a silver shadow. I'm going to use this one from that Aurora palette. It is the shade High Latitude. Take that same Art of Darkness on the lower lash line. Blending that out with Orca. Black pencil on the waterline. This one is from NYX Epic Ink Liner. Creating a wing. Want to do a little inner wing also. Is that what we call it? Inner wing? I'm not sure. I know we're still looking crazy, but we're gonna fix it. Blending out this nose a little bit more. I'm gonna take Orca and I'm gonna do a little bit more shading here. I'm gonna bring this one a little bit more in, kind of to act as like a contour for the cheekbones. It's a big difference. Kind of blending that out right here. To take Orca, same shades, that dark navy blue, and we're gonna start to deepen that contour around our face. Like we already started with the nose, cheeks. Definitely not a look to do if you are short on time. Okay, I want to do the lips before I start adding other stuff that I want to add. I just feel like the lips just help me feel better about where it's going to be. Do a black lip. So this is the black liquid lipstick from Melt Cosmetics. It is the shade that never gets old. Okay, and now I think I will line my lips with that NYX Epic liner stick. I have quite a bit to do, so I'm glad I'm doing the lips first. I want to add some pearls. We're gonna do some like of these, but drawn on the forehead, and then of course the neck and shoulders. I started this look so late, and I don't know why. I also don't know why I decided to do this look starting so late, because it's gonna take a while. It has already been taking a while. And like I said, this is not a look to do if you are short on time. Black liquid lipstick. I'm also obsessed with this formula. I've been using this black liquid lipstick a lot. This 31 Days of Halloween, and it's so good. Like, I'm kind of obsessed. We're gonna add some like, I don't know if I'm gonna do, I'll probably do a gloss. But I think I'm gonna add also some like silver highlight to my lips. But for now, let's move on to adding the gills on top. Let's start with black liner, and I have a pretty small forehead, so I don't know how much we're gonna be able to fit. We'll do the long ones to start. I don't necessarily want them to be like perfectly straight, kind of making them a little wiggly. To get one, then I think we can do a third one. So they're here, and then we're gonna add some shading, make them look pretty cool. I want to do like under here. I'll do like a tiny one underneath. Pearl's gonna fit some on the neck as well. Okay, so we're gonna take some black eyeshadow, and I'm gonna use the one in the Aurora palette. This one here, it's the shade Lunar Trippin'. We're gonna do the shading of the black eyeshadow on this side of those lines. Now we're gonna do silver, kind of like what we did here, but instead of using that cream silver, I'm gonna take this silver liner from Glisten Cosmetics and do it here on this side of the black line. I'm not doing it throughout the entire length of the black, just kind of like in the center, if that makes sense. The center of the length of the black. And I think I'm actually going to use this to touch up the silver on here. I think that'll stay a little bit better instead of that cream paint. Okay, while we're doing silver, we're going to highlight. I'm going to use this like blue-white, crystally white highlight in the Anastasia and Nicole Guerrero palette. I've been reaching for this highlight palette, and specifically this shade, so much during these past 31 days of Halloween. Do a little shimmer in between. Just even more dimension of adding. I'll do a little bit of black shading, black eyeshadow highlight on top of the brow. Here, top of the cheekbone. I'll do this on the lips as well. I'll add gloss at the very end, but this, I really like this as it is also. Okay, now I want to add pearls. I have this little set that I got from Amazon. I will use spirit gum for the glue. I think I'm mostly going to be using the 3 largest sizes, probably mostly just the 2 largest sizes. I'm gonna add a few here at the beginning of the brow. Here, and then add a little bit here. A couple here also. I think I'm ready to move on to the body, but first I'm gonna do my hair because I'm gonna wet it and slick it back. Okay, so we're ready for the body. I did just quickly add like 2 more pearls here. I don't know if it's too much. I might take them off, but I felt like just these on the eyebrows made me look kind of angry, which I mean it's fine, but I don't know. We'll see if I keep them. So pretty much gonna just bring the same colors down to my body. I'm mostly just gonna go with like the teal, the black, maybe some of the blue and the white. Kind of just see what needs to be added as we do it. So I'm just gonna like take dots everywhere, kind of like what we did with the face. Do some regular blue. And I'm going to take a little bit of that aqua color just because we did use it on the face. After I blended this all out, I'll go in with the black and the white. Put my ears too. I made these little like Siren ear pieces. Hopefully they work out. So I'm gonna just cover my ears. Not looking forward to washing all of this off. What we do for art, you know? Cream makeup I feel like is so much harder to wash off. I usually use like the Maron water activated paints, but I've been really liking this palette that I got from Amazon. The colors in it are really nice. And they're a little bit easier to blend than water activated paints, as it looks really awfully blended. But we'll get there. I think the color is pretty good once we add like white and then the black to like contour. I think it'll look good. Okay, pretty much covered. I'm still gonna add white down center, bone, on my tears and my shoulder, and then we'll do some black. I'm trying to follow the natural contours of me down. Now we blend. I'm just using that same brush. I kind of wiped it off a little bit, blending the white out first. Kind of wipe it off a bit. Now we'll blend out the black. I'm going to be adding some kind of like accessories to my chest and neck, so I'm not too worried about it being perfect. Okay, I'm going to go over it with some of the Huda Beauty setting powder. Before I start adding this stuff, we're going to draw on some more gills. I want to do some on my neck and maybe some here on this section. At least some on my neck, so we're going to start there. So I'm going to take some of that Orca shade and contour a little bit more. Taking this light blue shade in the Aurora Struck palette, it's like a pale pastel blue, and I'm kind of just using that to go on top of those highlighted areas. Okay, so now we're going to draw what we did up here, but on the neck. So taking my black liner, to 4, into the smaller one here, and to 2 like here. Black eyeshadow on the undersides of those lines. Okay, now I'm going back over those black lines so they're a little bit sharper. Alright, silver liner from the Glistens palette. Okay, jump scare. I went ahead and put the contacts in so I could put the lashes on. I also have like this netting that I got. Kind of cut it and made it like a little poncho, and I want to add some pearls to my neck and maybe some seashells that I also got. The starfish maybe? Not sure yet. But first things first, lashes. Okay, I'm going to use these extra long lashes that I've been loving, brand Eldora. We definitely need a gloss on the lips too, I think. I feel like I look like an alien. I almost want to try like blue contacts or white contacts, like the all white blind contact. Might try those also, but I'm gonna stick with these for now. These are definitely not the easiest contacts to put in, but I was actually able to get them in almost on the first try. I think actually on the first try for both of them. That was not the case when I wore these for the clown look. I had to fix my makeup quite a bit after putting those on. And I think I want some lower lashes also. So I have this little set from Amazon. I also have a little crown to go with this look that I'm excited about. Okay, now we're gonna add some pearls. I'm gonna add some here. The more I move around in this net, the more the body paint is starting to kind of like rub off. I think I'll mostly use the big pearls for the chest and neck area. I'll add a smaller one here. This one we'll do a little bit lower. We'll do it like on the collarbone. Okay, so I added the crown and the like fin ear things. I do need to like add a little bit more of the paint to kind of blend that in. They were supposed to be wrapped around my ears, but it just didn't really like look right. So we're just gonna, I latexed them to my face. So RIP to my sideburns and my hair. It's not gonna be fun taking them off. And I made these with liquid latex and hot glue and parchment paper. I saw it on TikTok. This girl did almost exactly this, except she had like an actual wire attached here. I just used the hot glue to kind of create a little ring that was supposed to go around my ear, but it's what it is. Okay, I do want to add gloss. Go over it again with the black lipstick. Yeah, I really like this palette of face paints. My face has not cracked like at all, like in my smile lines or anywhere else, which is so nice. Oh, I'm like, I was trying to touch up my nose, but kind of like added these little freckles. For the gloss, I wish I had the blue one of these, but it's the Milk Makeup Odyssey lip oil gloss. There's like a blue one with like sparkle, and I think that would have been perfect. I only have this one, so we're gonna use it. It's the shade Voyage. It's like a purple. I need to get all the colors in this gloss. It's so nice. And it wears beautifully. Okay, I'm just touching off the body paint best as I can without ruining everything. I did want to add like little white gills. So I'm taking a brush like this. It's like flat and with a rounded end. And I'm going to take some of this white face paint. And we're just gonna kind of brush along in little scales. Alright, this is the finished look. I did make a change. I did bring down the Orca eyeshadow down from my gills, I guess, to down to my chin, like my jaw. I just felt like I wanted my face to look a little bit slimmer. I don't know, maybe it's just me, maybe it's just like that fish look that I'm getting from this, but I did decide to just kind of bring down that contour a little bit. So I got the crown, the gills. I did add the starfish like to the net. I decided not to mess with the seashells right now. I'm tired. I've been working on this for a while now. I do have these fun like finger cap nail things. I don't know what they're called, but they're fun. If I had the time, I would have, you know, put liquid latex and created like webbed hands. I think that would have been really cool. Overall, I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. I don't know, what do you think? I'm kind of iffy. Like it's really weird seeing myself like this. I feel like that's like that happens a lot with certain makeup looks that I've never really tried before. The contacts definitely make it very scary. Definitely a lure men to their death type Siren. I am curious to see how the all white ones would look, or I even have like blue contacts. I wonder how that would look. I might try them after I'm done here. Also link the crown that I got from Amazon and the video of how to make the like ear fin things. I think they came out pretty cool. I know one is like bigger than the other. Let's just pretend that they're symmetrical. I'll link the TikTok explaining how to do it. It's a very short TikTok. It's a very simple process, easy to do. It's not actually very hard. I feel like a lot of the body paint on my body is kind of faded, but I don't mind that look. I think it kind of like adds to it almost. I think it's definitely a step up from the mermaid look that I did during my first 31 days of Halloween. I feel like that look was very rushed. I feel like I could have done better. But of course there's also growth. It's been 3 years since I did that look, so definitely do see some growth there, I think. But yeah, that is another day of 31 days of Halloween. That is all for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you tomorrow.